everyone, this is Lora Kaasch with Agent Operations, your resident marketing geek, and coming to you from Round Rock, Texas, just north of Austin, where Agent Operations makes our home. And Agent Operations is a full-service real estate marketing firm, and I'm coming to you today with some tips about writing great content for newsletters and how to really appeal to your audience and generate those referrals that we all love to get. So let's get started. We get a lot of questions on, say, who do you use for your email marketing program? And Agent Operations' favorite program is a little program called MailChimp, and it's free for up to 2,000 subscribers on a regular plan. And they are amazing. You can incorporate great design, photos, obviously, video, all kinds of text and customization options. We just love them. Another thing that we love about MailChimp is the fact that they get beyond spam filters very, very well. So it's just a great program, really intuitive, easy to use. So that's where we start off with our newsletters. Next up, we want to talk about content. You want to think about what's in it for your audience, because that's what they're going to be thinking. Before they even think about opening your email, they're going to be evaluating if your content is good or if it even sounds like something that they might be interested in. So it's really super important to create stuff that is really easy on the eyes, easy to read, flows well, and is local. We always recommend a hyper-local focus for your newsletters. It's so important. So the strategy that we talked about yesterday in social media still applies to newsletters, but you can have it be just a tiny bit longer than you would in a social media or Facebook post. So we use sources like Visit Austin, Texas. We use Community Impact a lot, the Liberty Hill Independent if we're writing for a Liberty Hill client. We use a lot of these great local resources and local online publications because they have so much great stuff that's really interesting to your audience. And you want to intersperse some real estate stuff, but don't be afraid to talk about current events in your area. We talked about farmers markets that are available, new shopping, new dining options, all these things that affect people's everyday lives. You want to touch on those things, but also sprinkle in there the information about the market. You want to try to stay away from long text when you're going over real estate stats. And the reason for that is because people don't really care a lot of times, quite honestly, and I'll probably get some flack for saying that, but really real estate stats are kind of dry, even for some realtors, even though it's really important information. So what we try to do at Agent Operations is translate that into what's called an infographic, or make it pretty, or really hit on those high points, even if they're in just a bulleted form. So you want to showcase that market knowledge that you're the true real estate professional, but you always want to think about what your audience is going to think of it and how they're going to read it and what's the easiest manner for them to read it, which a lot of times is in an infographic. You also want to talk about your successes, your closings, and don't come about it as a humble brag. Nobody likes that. But do it from a place of contribution, that you're so excited to contribute to these clients' lives. You thank them for their trust. Their families were a delight to work with, and just make it about them. Make it about your clients, because that's what people care about. And at the same time, you are demonstrating how hard you work, that you're completely committed to others, and that's what makes you the real estate professional that you are. So always talk about that stuff. We always like to see some property stuff in there too. So if you've got a featured listing, or if you have a buyer looking in a certain area where there's really low inventory, you can put even out a plea for that. Hey, we have seen everything available in Terra Vista right now, and if you know anyone who's looking to buy, or if you're looking for anyone who's looking to sell a home in Terra Vista, I would love to know about them. Things like that if you don't have any listings yet. Obviously, if you have listings, you definitely want to feature them. You can do photos. Video is preferable. Virtual tours are okay. They're sometimes a little dry. I'm probably going to take flack for saying that, but try to keep it short and sweet. So any kind of recording or video you want to keep for a property, you want to keep under a minute. And so there's some really great slideshow programs out there like Animoto. We love Animoto, and some of the, you can set stuff to music. It's really fun. Anyways, that's a topic for a whole nother time. But in total, you want your email newsletter to be about anywhere from 5 to 6 little blurbs. You want to have an intro. You always want to have your social channels on there too with direct links. And a lot of the stuff you can see in MailChimp, they actually will give you direct links and make it look pretty, and it's an awesome program. Anyhow, last but not least, after you've put together your newsletter, you really want to create an amazing subject line. This is probably the most important process of the entire email newsletter build, is that subject line. And what we say is don't use a capital at the first of each word. Just write it out like you would a sentence. That actually catches people's attention more than if you had it kind of capitalized, every word capitalized. So you want it to just appear like a sentence. Check out the 5 hottest restaurants in Austin right now, new dining options coming to Cedar Park, a real estate market update, and the latest on paddleboarding on Lake Travis. That is a completely off-the-cuff thing, but you really, you don't want it to make it too long, but you want it to include some of the high points of your newsletter that are going to get attention. So this has been a crash course in email newsletters. We love creating hyperlocal newsletters for our clients, and if you decide not to use us, we encourage you to still do it on your own. No matter what, you've got to get communication out to your sphere of influence on a regular basis, no matter if you use us or somebody else. Just remember, when you send something out, it's got your name attached to it, so you want it to be good quality and you don't want it to be horsey or silly. You want to always think about your audience. What's in it for your audience? Always ask yourself that question over and over and over. And I think that's it for today. Did you like the stylus headphones? I'm hoping the audio is a little bit better. I know it probably makes me look like a goofball, but hey, I'm a goofball and a marketing geek, so I'm just going to embrace it at this point. Hey, thanks for hanging with me for a little bit today. Next up, we're going to have some tips on marketing strategy, what that looks like, and I just can't wait to share all this stuff with you guys. It's a lot of fun, and you can tell I get excited about marketing. This is Lora Kaasch, resident marketing geek here at Agent Operations. Thanks for your time. Make it an awesome day. We'll talk soon. Bye.